Hey, this is Tracy with Color Me This. I just filmed episode 14 last night, and this morning the TEMU order came with the Kalour 180s. And I had already ordered the Brutfuner 180s, and they came without any padding whatsoever, so the tin was pretty much unusable, and I was afraid that the leads would all be broken. So I am going to open this with you. I already took out the things on the top, so all I have left are the pencil items, although I did order some metallic watercolor paints for doing backgrounds. And then I ordered full pans, and these are the magnets to go on the back of the full pans for a set of watercolor pencils, the Holtz Distress watercolor pencils. I have all 3 packs of them, have never opened them, and I will be opening them with you guys at some point in the future. As I said, I have a whole bunch of items backlogged that I will get through. So here is the packaging. Like I said, the Brutfuner 180s came without any padding. I did also order a case. I hope I ordered the 200. I am not sure if this is a 120 or a 200. I might have forgotten to change the size. So that is something to be aware of, that some of the listings on TEMU, and this is actually also applicable to Amazon, they will have choices that you have to make. They'll have a price, but it's generally the smallest increment. So if this particular pencil case comes in, you know, a 124 and a 204 and a 250, it will give you the price, so you'll get excited, you'll go in and you'll notice it's the smaller one. So I still think I need the 120, so I did not buy something for these, the 200. So that, guess what that means? Another TEMU order. So far, I have not had any problems. You can see how dinged up this box is, which means that the tin would have been probably smushed beyond something I would be comfortable with. And look, inside the cardboard box is bubble wrap. I am very excited. So why did I buy the 180s, having all the sets that I have? I bought the 180s. Here they are. I still feel that this is a little bit dented on that side and a little bit on the corner. But I do feel the pencils do not move. There's also some tins where the trays that they're in don't hold them in place, but this looks pretty darn secure to me. So this unboxing is probably going to get put up before episode 14, so I'll call this episode 13A. I am looking for my cutter so that I can open up the wrap. I wasn't prepared to have it be so well packaged. So, okay, so I bought these as an example. Here's a 3.8 millimeter core. This is the same size core as Polychromos. And so I have the 120 Kalours that come in this tube, and their cores are 3.3 millimeters. And I'm going to do my own little comparison and then have these available for folks to try in my coloring group that I'm working on getting going. My husband thinks I'm a little nutty, given that I already own all of the expensive sets. Everything except Holbein I own, but I've had them for many years, and I've always resisted buying pencils just for coloring on coloring pages. But now that I do a lot more coloring since I'm in a home and not on the road, I did 2 things. First, I took all my fancy pencils, and in an earlier video, I put them all in an open tote so that I can more easily grab the fancy pencils, then I noticed I was doing a lot more coloring and sitting in front of the TV coloring, so that's when I thought I should probably get some inexpensive sets so that I don't use up the fancy ones unless I'm going to do projects that are framed. And I've also talked about the fact that I want to do my own light fast testing for people and for myself, just to see how non-light fast these inexpensive pencil sets are, so that I don't get this crazy notion of coloring with them on something I'm going to give as a gift, and then a month later it's on the wall framed and all the color changes or even disappears. All right, everything looks good. This is the giant swatch chart. This is the black barrel. These black barrels, from the reviews I have seen, look at, you even got a little cushion here. The black barrels are the better quality, creamier than the colored barrels. And there's the name is in huge letters, which is one of the things, being that I'm in a community that has a lot of folks whose vision might not be the best. So if they want a lot of colors, this is my potential to tell them would be a great set for them to get. I think that the trays feel fine. I like the little pinch. I prefer the pinch trays over the little string type things, because the string things tend to come out of the container. And everything's looking good. I believe there's 6 rows. So much swatching will be going on here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm sorry. There are 7 trays. Yep, so this is going to be a nice big undertaking. I really like the large letters. So the lettering on the this is the 3.3 millimeter lead, and the lettering is not quite as big. I am looking for their tray right here. I have pencils everywhere. So this is what they did, a little bit different. Let's grab one of these. Here's a dark purple. Actually, I bet you this is color C039. And in theory, these are supposed to match in every way. 031. I'm not really sure. Let's see. I might fast forward this part. Notice that we don't have the fancy Kalour with a K. And the diameter of the wood is even smaller on the less expensive ones. These were $19.99, and there's 120 colors, 3.3 millimeter lead. Look at the difference in those leads. And I paid $33 for 180 with the larger core and the metal tin instead of the round. So I think that these are 2 really good options, though the text on the 120 3.3 millimeter isn't as legible as the giant letters on the fancier ones. They still are very readable compared to what I'm dealing with here. Let's just grab polychromos. So the polychromos is that size, and I find the silver on black way easier to read than reading this little 188. And let's grab, this is what you get on the Pablos. Their numbers are very narrow, though I think that the name is easier to read. But definitely for eyes that don't see so well, these black barrel ones are the best for legibility. So between the 2 sets, I'm expecting the colors to be the same. The only difference is the barrel size and the core size. But I will be testing that out, and I will report back to you my findings. And that is all for this one. Be sure to do all the YouTube things. Leave me your comments. I'm still trying to get everybody to engage with me. Share with your friends who might appreciate my videos and the topics that I'm going to cover. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.